I think so much of what our people are looking for is just to be seen and just to be validated and just to be acknowledged as existing, and as facing violence as a result of our existing. And so many of us and many of our community members seeing the state as the ultimate validator, and the state as the ultimate source of acknowledgement. And if the state says I exist, that's progress. And if the state is using terms like trans and intersex and genderqueer, that means I'm real, and that means the pain and the violence that I'm experiencing is being validated, even when the state is using those terms in a bill that's talking about how to more effectively incarcerate trans people. That even if the bill says this is how we are going to lock up trans and intersex and genderqueer and non-binary people, just the fact that the state said non-binary, we're supposed to treat that as progress, and we're supposed to treat that as a victory. The judge getting your pronouns right as he sentences you is not the kind of representation and is not the kind of progress and visibility that we want. And when we're talking about communities that are so perennially starved of any representation, so perennially starved of any validation or any acknowledgement, people want to be seen, people want to be validated, people want their identities and their pain to be acknowledged. And there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's important, it's valid, it's healthy to want that and to demand that. But to next ask, okay, but where does that validation need to come from? Does it need to come from the same apparatuses that are actually responsible for a lot of the violence and the harm that we're facing? Or do we want it to come from our families? Do we want it to come from our friends and our community and our neighbors? Because there are so many ways to do that have nothing to do with criminalization. And there are so many ways to do that have nothing to do with police and with incarceration.